Do you have limiting beliefs and self-doubt that are holding you back in life? Today on Alison McQuinney podcast, I chat with Sheila Kamuda, an empowerment coach who specialises in helping people to discover who they really are and show up in the world at their very best with the greatest confidence. Stay tuned for some top tips. Well, hello and welcome back to Alison McQuinney podcast, where we have conversations about business and wellbeing success. And today I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Sheila Kamuda to the podcast. Now, Sheila is a diehard New Yorker and theatre junkie, now residing in Chicago, and is an empowerment coach specialising in increasing confidence and leadership skills. Sheila has been a certified coach since 2018. She has led a team of 20 creatives in the book industry, is a published author focusing on self-discovery and personal empowerment. In her latest book, Say Yes to Yes, Sheila empowers individuals to embrace opportunities and lead a fulfilling, confident life. A little more about Sheila. She loves champagne. Bubbly just makes everything go okay. Top tip there. She could spend hours soaking in the Chagall windows at the Art Institute of Chicago. I had a look at those online. They're quite stunning, aren't they? I've never been to Chicago, so I had to have a look when I saw that, and they are beautiful. Sheila loves Paris, Tuscany, Venice, and her favourite quote, well, one at least anyway, is, "I will surround myself with beauty. That will be my life." And that was said by Elsie de Wolfe. Sheila helps people leave their limiting beliefs, old stories, and self-doubt behind, allowing them to discover who they really are and show up in the world with the greatest confidence. A very warm welcome to the podcast, Sheila. I'd like to start off by asking you what inspired you to become a coach?
Oh, yes. And thank you so much. I am thrilled to be here. I'm very excited to be here speaking with you today.
Oh, thank you.
Well, two things inspired me. I had a grieving time. My husband passed away,
Sorry.
and that healing time took quite a long time. And when I came out of that, I started to have a renewed sense of myself. And I thought, well, I don't know why that happened. I just started to feel stronger and feel more confident. And I just was thinking about the future. And I thought, well, I have good leadership skills. I had a position once where I was in charge of a team of 20 creatives. And I found that I was really good at developing and nurturing people. And I thought, wow, what if I put that together with this sense of myself of sharing my thoughts and my ideas and with other people, and then coaching came up. It was starting to become popular, and so I started to look into that. So those two things sort of propelled me into the coaching world. Yeah.
And how do you do the above? What is the secret sauce, would you say?
The secret sauce, which I really believe in and I use in my coaching practice, is you have to really like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to leave, like I had to leave my old identity behind. I say that now, I didn't understand what it was at the time, but I asked myself this question of what's next for me? While I was healing, I was like, what do I do now? What's on the other side of this fear? I know what this is. I'm stuck here. And when I decided to move forward, I realized that I had to think of myself as the number one person, and things just started to shift for me. And I thought, wow, if everybody could feel this way, what an incredible journey for everybody to not be afraid, whatever it is, to not be afraid and to take that chance of seeing what's on the other side of that. Because what I found was I was on the other side. Oh my gosh, I was there. I was waiting for me, but I was stronger. I was better. I had ideas. And to just go with it, to not worry so much about what the world thinks, but just to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's about taking the first small step, isn't it? And then the next small step, and then the next small step, rather than looking at the whole road in one go, but just baby steps to get yourself there. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely agree with that. I feel that people stop where they are because they think it has to be big.
Yeah.
And big is it's too much. It's overwhelming. It's daunting. And that's why people they can't do it. So I absolutely agree with you. Baby steps are the way to go.
Yeah.
You just have to be patient. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Now you mentioned three pillars in your work. Tell us about these three pillars.
Yeah, the three pillars are what my coaching program is, which is called presence and power. Because you need both of those to stand up tall. So the three pillars are reframe, rewrite, reclaim. And, no matter what you're going through, whether it's a new career or a new relationship or whatever the problem is, it doesn't matter. These three pillars work because reframing is looking at where you are, recognizing where you are, accepting where you are, and seeing how it could be better. Changing that fear into something else. What if it wasn't this? What if it was something else? What if I saw my life better? What if I saw my life as my future self, not the self I am now? That's reframing, seeing that. Rewriting is actually, okay, let's rewrite that. What does that actually look like? What would it be like if you took fear out of it, or grief out of it, or disappointment out of it, or all those old stories out of it, and rewrite those old stories, okay, that you've been told for so many years. And then reclaiming it is living it, practicing it. Because when you think about it, we've been practicing what we are all our lives. That's what we have, what we've been rehearsing, so to speak. This is what we are. So now we have to rehearse something new. And those two things of reframing and rewriting get us to reclaiming, and then we practice it. Yeah.
Perfect. And things like fear can be such a block, can't it? Such a
Oh my
mental
gosh.
block, you know?
Yeah. We all have this. We all
Yeah.
have that.
Absolutely.
We're human,
Absolutely.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about the importance of gratitude.
Oh my gosh. I love gratitude.
So do I.
Gratitude, gratitude is magical. I know that sounds like what? It is so magical because gratitude lifts your vibes. And the key is to have your vibes high, very high. No drugs needed, high vibes. And you can't force yourself to be happy. You cannot force yourself into a false positivity. That's ridiculous. No good. And so there's a lot of crazy stuff in your life and the world. How can you be happy, right? But gratitude gets you there. And when I wake every morning, this is what I do. People should do this every morning when you get up. It's like, I am grateful for waking up. Again, little things, baby steps. I am so grateful for my coffee in the morning, or whatever you have, tea, whatever you have. I'm so grateful that I have fresh water. Little tiny things. I am grateful that the sun is shining, or that I have this opportunity with whatever it is. Gratitude lifts your spirit. So the mood you might have been in that was dragging you down will start to shift. And you'll be like, why am I what's going on? Why am I smiling? And it will shift you. It is absolutely magical. Yeah.
And I think sometimes that when you shift your vibration like that upwards, somehow you seem to magnetize far more good things into your life.
Absolutely. The universe reflects back who you are, not what you are and what you do. It's your energy.
Yeah,
So the higher you can feel, or the most joyful you can feel, and you can't pretend it, but gratitude gets you there.
sure.
And another thing about, well, yeah, I can go on about this. I'll probably go on about it later. Yeah.
Do you think that everything is possible?
I do believe that you can create your life. Now, what's not possible is I'm 5 feet. I'm never going to be 5'8". That's not possible. Okay.
I'm
Things like that
5 foot
are
one
not
and a half.
possible.
I know where you're coming from.
And right, but you can create your life because again, what your life is, that's what you've created.
Yeah,
It's like when you stop and you pause and you think about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, everything I've done, every decision I've made, the mood I wake up in, I've created that. So you can create your life. You have to believe you can. You have to believe you're worthy of having beautiful things in your life. You have to believe that it's possible for you. And then you can, once you believe that it's possible and that you're worthy and you deserve it because you're here and you haven't been put on this planet to just, take up space. There's a reason. Once you start to believe in yourself, you can create your life.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've mentioned gratitude being super helpful for getting into the right state to manifest. Do you have any other top tips to getting into the right state?
Right. So I think that is, and here's the thing, we're always manifesting.
Yeah,
So we want to say when we want to manifest good stuff into our life because we're always manifesting. And that's an important thing. It's something if you've gotten, 5 red lights on your way somewhere, somehow you've manifested that. So we just want to understand that it's always happening. It's always happening. So again, we want to in a believable way, in an honest way, have our energy as joyful as we can. And truly, gratitude is the way to get there. So here's sort of an example, just an example. You start saying little things, you're wondering, how can gratitude do this? Okay, watch the momentum. I wake up, oh, my cup of coffee is so good. It's so delicious. I'm so thankful they had that brand at the store and I bought it. I'm so grateful it's quiet. My cats are happy. They're sleeping. I'm so grateful that gorgeous sunset I saw last night. Oh, I'm so grateful. I'm going to see a friend tonight. Oh, you know what? I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh, that trip I took with my kid, it was fabulous. We were in Amsterdam. I had never been there before, had the most delicious iced coffee. And then we went to the movies. It was unbelievable. Do you see that momentum?
yeah.
That is what gratitude does. I'm like bursting with joy by the time I'm done reliving those scenarios. So it's not just write down a few things that you're grateful for. It's talking about it out loud. Doesn't matter. You're in your home, who cares? And getting that momentum going, that is what helps the manifestation comes in. Yeah, come in.
And tell us about the power of intention.
Ah, setting an intention is setting direction. And when you say you're going to do something for the day, you may do it, you may not do it. It's one of those things. But somehow when you set an intention, it's kind of like you're promising yourself. Like I set an intention to, call this person I haven't called in a while. I set an intention to finally upload my book to Amazon. I set an intention to stretch, because my body really needs it. When I do that, I actually do the things. And setting an intention, it makes you feel accomplished. It gives you a path. And at the end of the day, when you've done that and you've done the things you said, and you shouldn't feel bad if you don't, it's fine. I mean, but you feel so good. You're like, oh my God, I set an intention to do all those things and I did them. Somehow they help your life flow better. They give you direction. They make you just, it's all about making you feel good. It's like people need to feel better than they do. And all of these things are just little tiny pieces that help us do that. Yeah.
Sure. Can you explain your strategy becoming and how that helped you and helps your clients?
Yeah. So becoming is leaving that old self behind, that fear behind, that worry behind, the person that was told you can't do it, you're no good, you'll never find a relation, whatever it is that you've been told, all those horrible stories, leaving that behind and becoming your true self, your future self. And that is the main character in your life. You are supposed to be number one. You're supposed to be the main character in your life. And it's funny because when we're babies and we have parents, that love us, in that situation, we're number one. We could do no wrong. We're perfect. We're born. We're like, the world hasn't happened to us yet. Our parents are like, yes, go for it. Do it. You can do it. I'm with you. I support you. I'm still like that with my kid. And, Sydney's 28, but when we are adults, there's nobody doing that. And
Mm.
we stop being number one. And we have to sort of cheerlead ourselves. So becoming is about becoming that person we are meant to be. And we have to believe that we're worthy of it. It's not boastful, it's not arrogant, it's none of those things that we were told it might be. We have this amazing gift to give the world, and we have to believe that we're helping the world and we're helping our friends and we're helping relationships, we're helping everything by being our best self. And that's what becoming is becoming that future self now. And owning the room, as it were. Yeah,
And that in turn can really help other people as well, can't it? When you show up as
absolutely.
your best self and bring your skill set
Absolutely.
to the table. I think, so many people pray asking for things, but sometimes I think we need to realize that actually maybe we are the answer to somebody's prayer and not know it.
It's so true. We have so much power and we have so many gifts. We don't even realize that we are helping the collective good. We don't even realize that, again, we haven't been put here to just, take up space.
No, no,
That's not it. There is a reason. And we're helping people all the time, but we have to believe in ourselves first. We have to believe that we are special. And here's another thing too. If we don't think we're number one, nobody else is going to. So you're not going to attract, that position or that person or that friendship or that relationship or whatever it is into your life thinking you're number one. If you don't, you have to think it first. It's not going to come from the outside. It has to come from the inside. Yeah.
sure. And what do you mean when you say that everyone should be the main character in their life?
Well, they have to believe that they are deserving and worthy, like they were when they were born, of having the life they want, and
Mm.
that it is possible for them. Everything is possible for them. And they have to believe it, because if you don't believe it, you're never going to even take the first step to get it.
Yeah,
You can't even take the first step if you don't believe it's possible for you, whether it's traveling or starting your own business or, getting a different career or meeting new friendship, whatever it is. If you don't, you have to believe in yourself first.
and what is your strategy for helping a professional overcome self-doubt?
Well, I think that there are so many things to do, but a very simple thing that I ask people to do, and sometimes things are so simple, they're like, what? I'm like, it works, believe me. And again, it always starts from inside. So if somebody's having self-doubt, they're not feeling worthy, they're just not feeling good about themselves, I ask them to take, a piece of paper out and write down 10 to 20 successes they've had. They can call it their success list, their wins. And I want them to put tiny things on here, not just big, tiny. And it could be they helped a friend move. It could be anything at all. And it's not just career related, it's everything related in your entire life. And so when you write down these wins, these successes, which I'm telling you are hard for people to do because they don't want to like themselves. They feel it's boasting. They have to stop that. They have to just do this. And then you look at it. I did it a while back and I was writing and writing. I say do, 10 to 20. I just kept writing and I kept thinking of things. And then I read it out loud afterwards. And that's very important. And afterwards, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're like, I can't believe I forgot you did this. It's so incredible to help you get over that self-doubt because you feel like, oh man, I did accomplish this. I'm not a failure. I'm really, there's a reason that I'm here. I did all these things and and you start to feel good about yourself. That's one way. Yeah.
yeah. How did writing nearly 2,000 letters to your late husband become a tool for transformation?
Yeah. Well, I miss Bob and I wanted to talk to him. And I always journaled. So I had journals in the house. And I thought, I don't know why one day I just decided to write a letter to him. And it started out with, I paid a bill. I finally paid that bill, or Sydney, passed the driving test or graduated high school. And then it became, worries or like everyday things. Guess what I did today? Because I hardly drove. Like I drove to the store, whatever. And then it would be like, oh, remember we took that trip to Tuscany? That was so much fun. Remember when you said that to the waiter and we got the $2 bottle of wine? It was so delicious. And I just needed to speak to him. And I mean, thoughts that are swimming in your head, especially whether you're, it doesn't have to be a loss, any kind of problem you have, any kind of challenge or trauma you're going through. If you take those ideas out of your head, because they're just swimming in there all the time, you put them down on paper. I did it in the form of letters. And I wrote, yeah, under 2,000 letters in 6 years. I wrote a letter a day. And it really helped me connect with him. And it helped me, it was part of my healing process. I didn't know it at the time. Nobody told me to do it. I just needed to talk to him. And it was part of uh, getting those thoughts and not forgetting him. I didn't want to forget him. I didn't want to forget our memories. And it was a way to do that. And that was part of my healing. And then after, I don't know what happened after 6 years, I pulled out a journal to write and I'm like, oh, I don't really have anything to say. I think I'm good. It's very interesting, but it really helped me. And I filled 43 journals and I can go back and look at them and read them. And it just fills your heart. It makes your heart happy.
Yeah. Yeah. In your book, Say Yes to Yes, why are clues so important and how can they change our lives?
Mm. You know, those baby steps we were talking about earlier? Oh, so there are clues coming at us all the time, but sometimes they're so small that we trip right over them to get to the big thing. It's like if we weren't invited, to the Oscars or something, nothing counts. So it could be a clue like you're going to have coffee with a friend. And when you're having coffee with a friend, you see somebody else and they tell you about a book that you needed to get because it's going to help you somewhere. Or these little tiny encounters, or you see a movie and you're like, that's weird that that movie was on. That was,
Mm.
oh, I needed to hear that. These clues are all over the place. They're like little breadcrumbs, and we just have to follow them. The universe is like giving them to you. They're just giving them to you. And a lot of the times people are like, oh, nothing is ever working out for me. No, you're missing the clues. So Say Yes to Yes is all about saying yes to all these amazing opportunities and recognizing when they come up. It's also about recognizing the power that you have inside yourself. Yeah.
Sure. And what would you say to someone who's completely overwhelmed and fearful?
Yes. And there's so much of that. I would first ask, how do you start your day?
Mm.
Because I find that people that, for instance, it's not everybody, it's just an example. People that turn on the news first thing, they are going to have a miserable day. I don't care what's going on. News is sensational and it's not really helpful for your heart or your mind. That is not the way to start the day. So people who are feeling uh, in this state of fear and powerlessness and all of that, I would say change it up. And again, people are like, that is ridiculous. No, it's not ridiculous. I want you to feel good. Turn off the news, turn on music.
Mm.
You're having your tea or your coffee in the morning, dance in your kitchen to some good music while that's happening. Then when you're done with that, get out your journal book, get a cheap little journal, get a pen you like writing with, and write down things that you're grateful for. Just look around you. That's all you have to do is look around you. Forget, oh, but the world is, no, look around you. Are you alive? Are you breathing? Do you have shelter? Do you have fresh water? Are you safe right here in this moment, in this present moment? So start to change up what you do. So that's what I would do first. I would say, how does your day start? Also, if let's say somebody has a terrible meeting they're going to have that day or an encounter that they're not looking forward to, don't start your day feeling good and think about what are the things that bring you joy. Think about the things that make you happy. Think about that. Maybe it's a walk in your garden if you have a garden. Maybe it's calling a friend, that good friend that doesn't complain, the one that complains, things like that. Try to find things that make you feel a little happier, a little more energized, but all doable, not crazy. And then you'll start your day and you're already here. You're not starting here, you're here.
Yeah.
And that's what I suggest to people.
I think it's important for people to fully know that they appreciate they deserve the nice things to happen. They're fully worthy of that.
That's really the crux of it. It's unbelievable how we have been battered with stories
Mm.
that we're not worth it, we'll never get there, we'll never do it, we'll never find whatever it is. And we've been living those stories too long, and we need to stop. We need to change those stories. Yeah.
Mm. Sometimes I think people who tell those stories to other people, as I've progressed through life, I found out more and more that actually that's more of a reflection of the person saying it
Yeah.
than the person receiving it,
Yeah.
and not to take their story on board as your own, but to create your
Yes.
own.
That's right. It's also fear. People have so much fear that they're projecting their fear on you.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing, but you're not living their life.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say, oh, should I be worried about that too? But they're just projecting their own fear on you or their own lack or whatever it is. And we have to be very aware of that,
Yeah.
to know, wait, okay, I think that's what's going on here. But I'm
Absolutely.
okay. You're not gonna pull me into your world. No, that's not happening. Yeah.
What advice do you have for leaders on how they can lead well?
Hmm. I think it's incredibly important to listen to your staff. Really listen, not just be a company person, but believe in your staff first. Yes, the company is important and you have to follow the rules. Listen to your staff, nurture them, really be interested in their growth, really be interested in their worry and their fears, and be as transparent as you can be and communicative as you can be. I was always an over communicator. If I could tell people something to help them, I would do it. I would never keep things from people. And sometimes you have to keep important issues from staff, but on the whole, people knew that I was absolutely for them,
Mm.
absolutely for them. Yeah.
I think that is an essential key behavior of a good leader. Are there other key behaviors that you
I
think?
think, yeah, I think it's important to, people don't like to do this, but I always felt it was important to do the weekly one-on-ones, because if you do them weekly, they're not long.
Mm.
And if you do them weekly, what you're really saying is, what you should be saying to your staff is, how can I help you?
Mm.
How's everything going this week? How can I support you? Did something come up? Do you have an obstacle? Is that the reason that there's an issue here? What's going on? Let me help you. How can I be of service to you?
Yeah.
I don't think you hear too many leaders saying that. I mean, well,
That's
good
so
leaders will.
important. Yeah. So important. Do you feel that a leader should ask staff how they want to be led?
I think a leader should ask staff how they like to work. Do you like to work with a lot of support? Do you like to work autonomously? What is best for you? How does this work for you? And how can we align ourselves together so that I am giving you what you need, but that you are giving me what I need?
Hmm.
And I think I don't recall really ever asking. I was the sort of person who I would walk around in terms of support, not walk around in terms of what are you doing?
Mm.
Because there was just this trust. Because the minute they feel you don't trust them, you could forget it. There's no buy-in at all. None. Yeah.
Are there any other ways a leader can best support their staff?
I think just always be as communicative as possible, even when there are issues and problems. And there are sometimes problems with the company or shifts that the company wants to make. I think it's important that the leader upholds the values. If there are guiding principles, that the leader shows them and lives them and embodies them. So it doesn't just talk about them, so that the staff member could be like, oh, wow, that person is really, walking the walk. They're really believing in what they say. They're not just saying the words and not really believing it. They really do want me to grow. They really are asking me, you know. Um, yeah, it's important that a leader, here's an example of when companies, not every company does this, but if they do reviews, and sometimes they have staff members, filling out like a self-evaluation kind of form, And it's important that the leader, if they're not sure everything that their staff member did, because sometimes they don't know, they're busy, ask them, what value do you feel you're bringing to the company? I'm telling you, that staff member is going to be like, wow, you're asking me. Nobody ever asked me what value. I know what value I'm bringing, but nobody ever wants to know. So that's another thing a leader can do too, is tell me what you've done in the past. Tell me how you feel here. Tell me the value you feel you're bringing to this department, to the company, and that person is going to feel they're going to feel very loved by you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. And I think that quite often where you get good staff, they are more than likely doing quite a large number of tasks that they do so well you don't even notice them because it just happens. And therefore it never
Absolutely.
hits you as a problem. And you don't know fully what they are doing because they do it so efficiently. It never
Right.
hits your radar.
Right. And sometimes, quite often, I find that staff are they're feeling like, well, doesn't my manager know what I do? And I'm like, no,
Mm,
they actually don't. They're busy. You're not top of mind all the time. So it's okay for you to toot your horn and tell them.
yeah,
There's a time for you to say, this is what I call it, bring to the party. This is what I bring to the party. No one else brings this, but I do.
yeah,
Maybe you're organized, maybe you're patient, maybe you teach others. It could be a million things, not just about your particular task that you have.
yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think a good leader should deal with uncertainty in an organization?
Yeah, I think that they have to always show their staff that they are supportive of them, because uncertainty does come up in the
Mm,
world and in business. And I think if the leader can show them that they are truly there supporting them, no matter what happens, and that things may go awry and there may be problems, and they could be big problems.
mm,
I mean, during COVID, there were big problems. People, you know, were let go. There were problems. But I think, again, if you are always honest with your staff and always speak to your staff and you're not afraid, treat them like adults. They can handle it, but treat them with compassion and kindness, but that you're supporting them and you're cheerleading them and you really want to help them move forward. I think that's incredibly important. That will last a very long time.
yeah. I think also where there are, say, redundancies, one thing I've done in the past is say to people, look, if your next job doesn't work out, and you find that you're looking for other jobs, I'm still here for you until you find the next position that you're really happy in. So you're not just jettisoned from the company and then on
Mhm.
your own.
Yeah, that's lovely. Yes. And that doesn't happen that often. That's very lovely. Yeah, but I've always been the kind of person, I mean, people will ask me for references years later. I'm like, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
You
because it's
know,
good for them to move on to the next thing, isn't it? And
well,
succeeding.
yeah, and also the things happen, and we're supposed to evolve. And I always say that if you don't do it yourself, sometimes you're supposed to leave and move on. If you don't, the universe will kick you in the butt and get you out of there. That horrible thing that happens, and you get let go, and you're like, later on you realized, okay, that was for my benefit. Everything always works out. It's just scary in the meantime, from where you are to where you're going. That's the scary part. But
Yeah,
once you land, you're like, oh, okay, landed. Yeah.
yeah. Quite often, leaders are in positions where actually they've got a lot on their plate and their jobs are very demanding in themselves. And then they've also got the additional task of looking after their staff and teams. What advice do you give to leaders for achieving a good balance between the demands of their own job and looking after their staff well?
hmm Well, I think looking after your staff is number one. I will always say that's number one. Because if you don't have staff, you don't have anybody to do the job. So you
Yes.
better look after your staff. The second thing is, just because you're a good leader doesn't mean you're organized,
Mm,
doesn't mean you're efficient. You may have a problem in that area. So I would say figure that out and don't let your staff suffer because you are inefficient. Um, figure it out, take a class, get coached, whatever it is you need to find a system that works. Sometimes the system is just wrong. Sometimes you're just, got so much swimming in your head that you don't realize that a good Excel sheet is all you need, put it out there. So I think that partly is that leader has to look into themselves to be like, am I doing the best I can do? But their first is always their staff. I'll never change on that ever.
Yeah, that's good. We're coming to the end of our podcast now. It's just sped by. Is there anything that I haven't covered that you would like included?
Wow, covered so much. I love this so much. I would just say that if anybody is in doubt, if anybody is feeling like their self-worth is low, or all of those things, that their inner critic is talking to them, follow your intuition if you can, follow your gut if you can, follow the clues if you can, be open, be awake, be alive. Notice when something happens that it's for you, not to you, it's for you. And take the chance, do it. And, stop looking around at other people, stop comparing. You are your own unique, beautiful person. And say yes to yes. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. On the subject of say yes to yes, how can people buy your book? Are you on Amazon?
Yes, it's going to be on Amazon actually a week from today, October 24th.
Okay.
And it will be on Amazon. It'll also be probably on my website, but it'll be on Amazon, yes. And the
And
paperback version will be there first, and then I will do a Kindle version.
perfect. And can we have details of your website and how people can get in touch with you in case they want to find out more about you and your services?
Yes, thank you. My website is liveoutloudcoaching.com. And if anybody, please check out my website, learn more about me. And if anybody would like to connect, they will get a complimentary call.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It's been absolutely fascinating and really enjoyable chatting with you. And I'm sure that viewers will have quite a few really good points that they can take away from this conversation and use beneficially in their lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a thrill. Thank you.